The call to action button provided by the theme looks great and all, but it's not sticky, and so as I scroll down then it disappears. And I want one that's sticky, and as I mentioned before, we're going to use another service to put a call to action button in here because we can make it stick to the top at all times. So again, we'll get rid of all this stuff. Save options. So now our call to action button is gone. And so what we're going to use is something called SumoMe. So if you go to plugins and add new, just type in SumoMe. And SumoMe provides a lot of great web tools, such as a call to action button that sticks to the top. It also has some email capture forms, some share buttons, social share buttons. So it has a lot of tools that we're actually going to use. But the first thing I'm going to show you is that call to action button. So let's just go install now and then activate plugin. And if we scroll down, now we have this SumoMe right here. We'll click on that. And it gives us some instructions on how to use it. But basically, now on your site, if you notice there's this blue stripe. If I hover over it, there's a crown. And if I refresh my actual site, even though I'm not in the dashboard, you can see that there is a blue stripe here too, and serves the same purpose. So you can access it when you're viewing your actual site or back here in the dashboard. So let's go to it, click on it, and I'm already signed in. If you're new, then it'll just ask you to create an account, but all it is an email and password, nothing more. Very easy to sign up, it's completely free. And so if we click on the Sumo store, this is kind of like the app store for web tools. And a lot of these tools are free, and they provide you with a ton of features without costing you a dime. So it's pretty awesome little plugin and some pretty awesome tools. So let's click on Smart Bar, and where it says free, we'll click on that. And now the Smart Bar is installed. Let's open the Smart Bar and start designing it and getting it to how we want it. So just click on the free one, and so you can use it to collect emails. So it connects great with MailChimp, and it's a great way to collect emails because this bar is always going to be at the top of your website. But in this case, we're going to use it as a call to action. You can also use it to get people to follow you on Twitter or like your page on Facebook. But we'll just put call to action, leave this as default. You can also make it a little bit smaller, but we'll leave it as default. So call to action URL, that's where you want it to go. If you want it to open in the same window or a new window, let's do same window for now. And here's the text, so let's put our text right there. Let me get the URL real quick. So the URL of where they can get your product or service. Font looks good, text color looks good. Let's change this button to just say, get the course. Okay, so for button background color, we want to make this color the same as the color of these buttons. So if I come here, I'm just going to right click on the button and hit inspect element, use those Chrome developer tools. And now if I scroll down, so this part highlighted is the button. If I scroll down here, I can see the background color of this button. So I'm just going to copy that, click in there, copy that, and then for button background color here, I'm just going to highlight and paste over that with the new color, choose this color, and there I have the exact color that's used for these buttons. Button font color white. This is a slight gray, but I'm going to change it to white as well. And we'll put a slight little shadow will appear under this smart bar when it's on our site. So now we're done designing the gist of it. So let's hit save. And now if I come to my site, exit out of the developer tools, hit refresh. And whoops. Now you can see here this call to action up at the top, and it's sticky, so no matter where I go on my site, it's always going to be there. And again, you can make this an email capture form as well. So yeah, just a very useful tool, the Smart Bar from the SumoMe plugin. So I've shown you how to get this bar set up on your site. in the simplest way possible, but you can go more advanced. So for instance, behavior, I can make it not always show up, only show up at certain times and such. I can make it not sticky if I don't want it to be static, or even smart, so it only shows when I'm scrolling up. And then I can add other advanced HTML things, change the display rule so it only shows on certain pages, or it doesn't show on certain pages. If you want to do A/B tests, you have to upgrade to the Smart Pro Bar. And then services, so if you are doing an email capture form, if you're signed into your MailChimp account on the same browser, then you just hit connect. It's very easy to get that set up. And tracking pixels requires you to have the pro features as well. But yeah, so there's a lot you can do with the Smart Bar, a lot of advanced options.